Another week of Behind the Brush as we paint the town and get behind the scenes of the Southwest Florida art scene. And I'll tell you what, man, we are into season. Rick Baskey, Cesar Aguilera, we're always happy to do it for you. And Cesar, man, I got to tell you, amazing show down there at Dark Art.
I was blown away just receiving the art pieces, and I received way too many. I have no space to put them all, but I made the effort to include as many as I could.
It was just great to actually walk in to the Sidney Byrne Davis because summer was a little dry down there, to be honest with you. I mean, there was some great events, don't get me wrong, and we promoted a lot of good events, and it was great. But to see that place packed out like that, it was just phenomenal, man. There was so many great pieces that were up on there, but I love the actual awards ceremony part of it.
Yeah, that's something new I started doing this year, just
it was fun.
To give it like an incentive, for next year's.
I mean, everybody could get a participation award. But to call out like Jason, our boy Jason, on that piece that he did with those car parts, like, wow. I mean, how did you even get that inside the...
Well, he had to take it apart.
No way.
Then bring piece by piece inside, put it back together.
That thing was sick. I mean, unreal.
Yeah.
And then he had a very cool painted piece. I don't even know if it made it in like second place or not. From that Quentin Tarantino movie. And then it actually had the girl's leg with the actual machine gun on it.
Yeah, somebody tagged him so Robert Rodriguez can see the piece, So hopefully,
wow. That's pretty cool. I mean, I not that we're just calling out our boy Jason, but he deserves it. He had two killer pieces.
Fantastic pieces.
Yeah. What was some of your favorites that were in the show?
Well, actually, one of the ladies that we have here talking to us, because when you see the detail she has just using color pencil.
You're just trying to jump right into our guest, huh?
No, I'm not saying that just because she's here, but if you see the detail in the piece, it's just fantastic.
Either way, I'm giving you a round of applause first of all because Dark Art was absolutely phenomenal. And who was the guy up in the second story gallery?
Caleb Morgan. So he's a tattoo artist, also from. He lives right now in Atlanta, Georgia, but he used to live here in Fort Myers.
Yeah, talk about detail. Wow,
fantastic pieces.
Yeah,
too.
detail was in those pieces, and always a good time on the upstairs bar. That's for sure.
Yeah,
man. Great job, though. Bravo.
Thank
you. Before we get to our great guest this week, we do have to I'm going to give another shout out as we move into October. A lot of fun. Congratulations back to the Alliance for the Arts. They did their whole cleanup thing in September. They did a lot of touch-ups at the place. It looked great. Yep. I went to their opening of that event and stopped over into Doss, and David Acevedo had a lot going on over there and a lot of great people over at Doss. But it's nice to see the Alliance on their 50th anniversary putting a little money back into the place and making it look nice.
Definitely you can see the improvement.
Yeah, big shout out to our boy Neil for stepping it up. And they just did last weekend. They had a great crowd again. They did the Rocky Horror Picture Show out on the lawn. I didn't make it out to it, but I saw the pictures that everybody was having a good time. It seemed packed once again. Perfect night for it. The weather's perfect, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And now they have their whole, 13 nights of stage fright with the curtain call of Carnage. It's already going on. It goes till November 1st, all the way past Halloween. I haven't been to it. I've seen everybody talking about it. I saw they don't give way on their little video clips. It's a teaser right on their Facebook. But it seems cool. So maybe this weekend we can get to that. And because I am going to go. I love actually seeing all the high school kids doing their thing down at Sidney Byrne for the Wicked Walk.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I started seeing all the art that's coming in. Some of these kids are fantastic.
Yeah. So Dark Art's done.
That's done.
And we are on to Wicked Walk, and the high school students' art is on display, and you can get down there. And it's a donation basically to Lee County Schools, isn't it?
Yeah, it goes. So all the ticket sales go to the school system. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. And as you go through, why it's called Wicked Walk, as you go through, you've broken it down into that side part of the gallery on the first floor. The main part of the gallery, last year there was a very cool dance where they did Thriller. And then you go upstairs, there was the whole orchestra, and they were all zombies, and they looked dead, and then all of a sudden they woke up and played that song from Beetlejuice, and then they all died again. So it's really cool. Get down there, show the kids some love. Wicked Walk happening this weekend. Sidney Byrne Davis, the Lee County Schools, and man, lots going on. A lot of fun stuff happening. But let's get to our guest. Great guest. Great intro here. She had amazing piece. She's got pieces actually on display, probably walking all throughout Lee County because she's been an artist around town for 19 years. Savannah Leslie. Thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah. And you had a piece down at the Dark Art?
I did, yes. I had a piece called Salem at the Sidney and Byrne Davis.
Very cool. Tell me a little bit about that one. What was explain it so maybe I can pick out which one it was because I don't know which one yours was. So let's see if you can explain it and I'll go, I remember that one.
It was a witch burning at the stake, looking directly at the viewer, covered by burnt baskets and ropes and
I do remember
old spell book pages. Yeah.
Very detailed.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
I went a little feral. It was an intense piece, yeah.
I love it.
And that was all done with color pencil.
Yes, the whole thing was done with colored pencil, obviously, outside of the mixed media.
Are you kidding me?
That's
Yep.
so.
How long does that take? Come on.
Hours. Everything I do is with colored pencil. I'll save the mixed media, so yeah, it takes a while.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, but if
that
you
is
see the
that's some,
detail of
yeah,
the
that's
piece,
crazy.
it's just amazing.
That's all done with just you're sitting there with pencils.
Yep.
Wow, that's next level.
Yep, inch by inch at a time, tiny pieces.
That's probably like a meditation aspect to it too.
It has its moments. Other moments are just like really frustrating, mostly
When
while
I get
drawing
done with
flames. That was pretty raw.
Well, you got to have that kind of patience and that kind of steady hand to do, I'm guessing, tattoo work.
So that was the whole reason why I adopted colored pencil as a medium to begin with. I didn't start as an artist. I wanted to be better at my craft that I used to pay my bills. I wanted to be a better tattooer for my clients. So I picked up colored pencil in order to kind of train my hand and my eye better as a tattooer.
Wait a minute.
And this is where I ended up.
How can you actually take the craft of tattooing and then not consider yourself an artist?
It was a lot different a long time ago, back before dinosaurs roamed the planet when I first picked up a tattoo machine.
Are we talking about prison ink?
No. maybe like
Talking about
biker
that
ink.
one- yeah.
No, you used to walk into the studio, there'd be flash on the wall, it would have a number on it. You'd go to your filing cabinet and go, I want the Pepe Le Pew on the wall, third from the right. And then we'd pick out the stencil, copy it, and good to go.
Oh, kind of like airbrush T-shirts at the fair.
Kind of, yeah. But as tattooing evolved, we evolved. So that was my evolution during the big transition of flash tattooing to custom tattooing.
Very cool. Wow, that's great though that you wanted to actually sharpen up your craft on that, and because. Yeah, it's got to be different though. That the holding of that tattoo gun got to be different than actually the flow of just the pencil art though.
So it used to be. Coil machines are notoriously heavy. So it was different for a while, but as tattooing has transitioned, our tools have transitioned. So a lot of us now use a pen or a rotary of some fashion, which are significantly lighter. It's still different than using a colored pencil, but the application of, rather than using a paintbrush where something is just very broad stroke and layered and blocked, with a pencil to train similarly to tattooing, you're focused on one small space at a time.
Can I ask you something though? That because we had Dawn Webb in here weeks ago or months ago, and I wanted to ask her, and then I forgot to ask her when we were talking to her. When you're tattooing, right? There's a flood of ink that's come because I have tattoos. I have plenty of tattoos. Mm-hmm. That flood of ink is still coming up to the surface. How do you still keep your eye on the actual design? Like, is that a trained thing?
Yeah, so my mentor used to say, you know where the line starts and you know where the line ends.
Wow.
So when you put the needle to skin, you know where you're starting and you know where you finish. Everything else is just noise that you kind of train your brain out of. You're very focused on what's happening. There's also a lot of technical aspect to that too. Now, if you touch needle to skin and you have this gigantic flood of pigment that's like spraying in every direction, you need to adjust your machine.
Got you. But
for
still,
the
no
most
matter what,
part,
though,
yeah,
even if you even just a little bit,
you'll
still
have some spill, yeah.
Yeah, they're still losing the line on that, and I always
you know,
wondered,
they
like,
mix with the blood too, so it's more
Right.
liquid. So yeah,
that is that to me that craft is truly an art.
and also you have to foresee what you're doing because the skin changes the color of the pigment, so you don't know exactly. You're not seeing exactly where you're tattooing or what it's going to be when it's healed, right?
Well, it also depends on a lot of this is technical. It's a lot of like application stuff, which definitely differs from artist to artist. So, for instance, you mentioned Dawn. Absolutely love Dawn, but she may tattoo differently than I do. So when needles hit skin in her chair, it may look a little different than when they hit skin in my chair. So some artists may start with like a really nice rigid line work and then solid fill kind of application. I tattoo similar to the way that I paint, where I do a lot of blocking. So I will avoid a liner when possible and primarily use a mag, which is a needle grouping that looks like the big scary one. It looks like a big shader.
Okay.
I will use that similar to a paintbrush as opposed to a line. So I don't necessarily need to worry about pigment being somewhere because I already know what I'm doing. I tell my clients a lot that their stencil is more for their comfort than for mine. I know what I'm doing with it. This is for you to look at it. When we get done, it's going to be rad, and there's a lot of trust there. So,
Okay, I know we were gonna be like talking about more art and some of the other cool things that you have going on because you do theater, you do all kind of fun stuff. But let's stay in the tattoo lane for just a moment because
I got you. Yeah,
because to me that is art. It's an amazing art.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so, and I'm not going to go back and ask the same questions that I was asking Dawn, but I do have to know, like, what is the funniest one you've done where people are like, no, I really want that, for real. I really actually want
Oh, no, this is an easy one. And nobody has asked me this question in like 10 years. My funniest tattoo I ever had done was a girl way back home, like Decatur, Illinois. And her name was Becca. I swear to God, this was like 17 years ago. Her name was Becca, and she got the Steak and Shake emblem tattooed on her ass. On her ass. So to this day, she walks around with the Steak and Shake emblem on her ass.
Oh
yeah.
my God. I do love string fries, though. I got to give it up. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't, right? I want a good strawberry milkshake. Honestly, that's good advertising. Maybe if she wears a thong to the beach, she gets paid for that.
I mean, free cheeseburgers for life seems fair. That's dedication.
That is interesting. Yeah, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I don't even remember what Dawn even had said into that, but I can only imagine, like, there's got to be some, though, that you're going, are you sure you want that?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yes.
Do you have to bite your tongue?
No, I say it out loud.
Oh, yeah? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, people need the harsh call before you actually get to work, I'm sure.
I mean, I like money as much as the next person. I do, but I have just like an intrinsic need to make sure that my clients are educated when they come ask me for stuff. So if someone's coming in and they're asking me for something silly, I mean, my job is to give you what you want. So ultimately, I'm going to tattoo what you want me to tattoo on you. But you're going to listen to a lecture first if it's something asinine, because if it's not going to heal well or it's just not a great idea, I'm not going to argue with you for 2 or 3 hours. I'm old, and my days of doing that are done. I will give you what you want, but we're going to have a chat first.
The irony of the fact that you said a Steak and Shake logo is on somebody's ass, and then you said that's very asinine is just it's very fitting.
Yeah, I walked into it. That's all right. That was like 15 years ago, however long ago. So
let me ask you this though, like now that you have started to craft your art into this, do you ever find that some of your pieces are working into what are you representing some of this art? Like, would you like this? Do people come in and actually want any of your style of your art into your designs of
Yes, actually, the piece that I put in for Dark Art last year, it was like a naked lady fallen angel thing, that I had someone request as a back piece. So
Very
I
cool.
will inevitably create a back piece using that as the focal point, and then I'll kind of work off of that into a more tattooable realm of possibility. The background on that one is obviously a painting, so it's not something that you can just like
Yeah.
tattoo.
Yeah.
But there are plenty of other tattooable background finessey things that I can do with it.
Do you find that a lot of the art that people bring in is just not your style? Do you ever turn down somebody and be like, that's just not my thing?
So there's a tattooer by the name of John Nelson who is just my spirit animal. He always likes to say, okay, so I want you to pull up my portfolio and scroll until you find something like what you're showing me right now. And we usually say that if there is nothing in the portfolio like what you're showing me right now. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
I'm primarily a color surrealistic type artist, but there are a lot of people that bring me like heavy black and gray or like traditional Sailor Jerry stuff. And
Sailor Jerry.
yeah, and I will
already
crack
know what
jokes.
that looks like. You don't have to explain it.
Yeah, and like absolutely no shade at all. There is a time and a place for it, and it is usually not my chair because I do not excel in it. So what I have done, and I mean always have done, is I know the artist for you. Here's the number. Here's the portfolio. I will sometimes put a call
That's
in
good,
to the
though.
artist
So
myself.
just like the art community we were talking about
Yeah, it's not
with
my thing, just-
collaborations, there's an actual art community inside the tattoo world. Goes, this is, you know who this is? This is actually so and so.
Yeah, so it didn't used to be like that. It used to be pretty cutthroat, but I know as tattooing has evolved and a lot of us have met each other and worked alongside each other through the years, like a lot of us over a decade at this point, you kind of just put aside the whole
Yeah.
like cutthroat whatever. Like, man, I don't want to do this Sailor Jerry Eagle. You just like, you could call Dawn. Dawn, can you please do this? She's awesome. She wants a thing. I'm not going to do the thing as well as you'll do the thing.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's good. And you've been doing that 19 years.
Somewhere in there. It's 18, 19. I'm old. It's too long is the answer to the question. Very long time.
Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That's good, though. And so now, where did all of this whole thing, because we're going to talk about the Gray House, which is at the Lab Theater right now. And,
Yes.
Yeah, and so this is of course, it's October. It's dark art time. It's, everything. So this is a horror show. It's a play.
It's a play.
Okay.
Specifically, not a musical. It is a full-length 2-hour with intermission play.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah, it's intense.
And so it's intense.
It's very intense, yeah.
Oh, we got to go see this.
Oh yeah, I'm planning on this weekend. for
All
sure.
right.
You're going to
Because-
be super confused through like
Ooh,
three
even
quarters of
better.
it. You're going to be like, what the is happening?
Even better.
And then it'll click.
But what is amazing is that
Did I get it
You're
right,
doing-
though? It's Gray House?
Gray House.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
you're doing both sides. You're doing the technical and the acting part.
Oh,
of it.
God. Yeah, that's the story of my life, Cesar. I get in where I fit in. If they need me, I do it. I
But-
try to be well-rounded, yes.
So, yeah, I'm assuming it's a lot of extra work, but just to see the play from both sides has to be fascinating.
It is. It's always interesting. I mean, I love theater. I love visual art. I love performing arts. All of it. I do a little bit of everything. This is the first time that I have ever worked tech or stage managed a production.
Is it
So-
frustrating to you?
Oh my God.
I can only imagine.
I heard the comments.
Holy,
Yeah.
oh my God. This show has been crazy. And I know probably for more seasoned stage managers, it's probably not that bad, honestly. I have another stage manager that's working with me. Her name is Brittany. She's absolutely incredible. And for her, it's, everything's a walk in the park because she's done stage management for I don't even know how long. And she's also a freak of nature that just can absolutely do whatever you put in front of her. But as someone who's not done tech and stage management, I think the first night it was like the soft open, I think. I just sat out on the stair and like silently was like, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. It's going to be fine.
You didn't think it went well?
Not that it didn't go well. It was just a lot.
Yeah.
It was so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going on and off of stage.
Yes.
That's a whole other thing, because you got to keep the role and you got to keep that mindset, but you got to manage the whole mindset of what else you've got to do. That I don't know.
Yeah, so
I don't know how many people wear two hats like that. Yeah,
I don't think I've seen people like that, actually.
Yeah, depending on the night, it's either.
How many people were in the whole production?
About. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's 8 or 9 of us in the production, and that's both sides, both stage and tech.
That's very cool. How long does this show run?
2 hours.
No. I mean, till.
Until when? I think we close November 2nd.
Okay, so there's still time.
Yeah, you've still got time.
Very cool. And that's at the Laboratory Theater.
Laboratory Theater, yes.
Yeah, and so you can go to or actually, we're going to link that to the website.
Yep.
We'll put up the ticket link and all that stuff. You got to go see. Yeah, I want to go see this.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Gray House, Lab Theater.
I was just waiting until you were back on stage.
Oh.
And I love that it's suspenseful and scary. Yeah, 'tis the season.
And like I said, it's more like psychological. Okay, something's clearly not right here for up until intermission. And then at intermission, you're going to be like, I don't know what is happening right now. And then by the end of it, you're going to be like, okay, I got it. Wow, that's pretty fucked up.
That's awesome. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, this is going to be good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let's just explain where the Lab Theater is for people that might not know.
So it's 2nd Street.
Yeah.
And
it's just a little outside of downtown.
Yeah, just right outside of downtown.
Street, though. But you got to go more towards the old 41 bridge.
Yeah. So if you're coming from downtown on 2nd, like you're headed out toward Palm Beach, the lab is going to be the bright pink building on your left.
Yeah, you can't miss it. But if you've never been there, it's not downtown. It's just a little bit outside downtown.
Right.
And so you're at 2 locations to get tattoos.
Yes.
South of Heaven in Cape Coral.
Yes.
On Del Prado.
Correct.
And Howell Gallery, which used to be kind of like by the Edison Mall, but now they've moved up to Andrea Lane out by the Jeep dealership, basically. You take a left at the Jeep dealership by Bonefish. Before you get to Home Depot, that's Andrea Lane. Take a left in there, and you're back in the business complex.
So once you get to Andrea Lane, don't take a left. Just continue on 41. It'll be right on your right. You can't miss it.
Oh, okay. It's past Andrea Lane. I apologize.
There's like a sexy store, and then there's Howell, and they're in the same business complex.
Very cool. And so if people want to get book a time with you, they can do that on your Instagram?
Yes, Instagram's the easiest way to do it. You can call either establishment. They know to expect clients from me, but because I do kind of travel and bounce back and forth based on my show schedule or who's booking or whatever you need from me, it's easier to get a hold of me personally.
Yeah, and if you want if you want the Sailor Jerry tattoo and you want to actually check her actual art and portfolio prior to asking for the Sailor Jerry tattoo, go to SavannahLeslieArtwork.com.
Hey man, I'll do Sailor Jerry as much as the next person. I'm not too good for Sailor Jerry. Depending on what you want, I just might have a better artist for you.
We are going to link that at behindthebrush.art. But Savannah Leslie Artwork.com is where you find all that. And let's jump on to the fun part of this, being a mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got your kids involved in your art and into the theater.
I think it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Too fun. So are they at the Lab Theater working with you? They doing their own thing with art?
Yes and yes. So my oldest daughter is one of the leads in Gray House.
Very cool.
And my youngest daughter owes me, so she is teching Gray House right now. So yeah, they're both in the lab for the current production.
That's exciting.
Yes, and then my oldest daughter also does Animation, she's in the Philharmonic at North, so Wicked Walk. You guys were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
She's usually one of the zombies that plays and then
Really?
falls asleep and then
very
plays and then
cool.
falls asleep. And then my youngest,
I love that, by the way. That's my
Yeah.
favorite part of the whole Wicked Walk.
mine too.
Yeah.
And then my youngest is usually the one in the main atrium that's dressed in the makeup and dancing. So
I love it.
they're always doing something.
That's so fun. That is awesome. Well, Savannah, anything else you got coming up? Anything we're missing out on here?
We should announce the show coming up.
You want to announce
Come on.
the show coming up?
Yeah, why not? Let's go. That's what we're here
Oh,
for.
Well, you know,
What are you
we
just dropping teasers in the
I
middle
was
of
gonna say these are bombs.
Yeah, because we
Cesar.
just finished Dark Art. So every year, Dark Art is in the main floor, but for the Capitol Gallery, we select one special artist that is unique in their darkness. So for 2026, it's going to be Savannah Leslie in the Capitol Gallery for Dark Art.
Hey, congratulations. That's
Hey.
exciting.
Thank you.
Very good, man. See, you know, that's what I do love, that you're actually spotlighting, highlighting, giving awards, these things. It's a lot better than just giving the whole participation award and thanks for being here. You know, it is. I mean, it's not that it's a competition,
It's
but
not
at the
a
same
competition,
time, you
yeah.
know what I mean? People work hard for what they
Yeah.
do. They need the
The leader.
nice work
Yeah.
and keep moving on all this stuff. I mean, that's half the reason why we do this whole podcast.
Yeah.
Is to highlight what is really happening.
Yeah, and go a little bit deeper too, know a little bit more of the artist.
Yeah.
And some of us are just anxiety and deadline motivated, and if you don't give us things to do, then we just won't do stuff until.
I think everybody's
Good,
that
good.
way. At least people I know. That's for sure.
Yeah, deadlines definitely help, like that rush of energy. Oh, the show is in 2 weeks. Okay, let me start.
Oh no, I gotta fill a whole gallery. I've only got a year to do it. Crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
that's what
once
it feels
we
like.
get, now I don't want to jump too far ahead on you, but what's coming next after we get through the actual high school kids show? Are we already going to be in November? Does that go all the way till?
Yeah. So November shows we have Rich Rabo. So he's I'm interest. It's gonna be interesting because he's political. November probably
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting month to have a very political
Hey, man.
artist.
Stir the
Yeah,
pot.
especially what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then upstairs, I have an artist coming from Germany. And, because everything happening is being weird, how she has to navigate with the new rules to bring her art to show. So, yeah, we're in these kind of weird times.
Hey, listen, the world is always going to be going through weird times, and art is always going to reflect the strangeness of the times, or at least it should. We're all going to go through things, and it's all about personal reflection in so many ways. So I like it, man. It shouldn't be. We should never hold back on the times or worry about this or worry about
That's
that.
what I love
What's
artists.
the point of us?
Yeah,
Like
it's
we are
gotta-
always in the forefront, since the beginning of times, artists always being on the forefront.
Yeah, it's got to go. Yeah, I love it. Well, Savannah, thank you so much for coming on Behind the Brush. Hope you had a good time with us. We're going to link everything up there, and I'm glad to see your kids are out doing it. The Gray House at the Lab Theater goes well into November. You got another 2 weeks to check that out. If you want to go to South of Heaven in Cape Coral, if you're on that side of the river there, head over to see there, or Howe Gallery just past Andrea Lane on 41. Get some tattoos, man, and check out. I really can't. We got to go see this show.
Oh, I'm going.
It's
Sure.
gonna be a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah, you guys will have a really good time.
Yeah. So thanks for coming in and being with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys.
And another week of painting the town and getting behind the brush in the Southwest Florida art scene. Cesar and Rick Baskey always happy to do it for you, and we will see you next